day, good people, and welcome to Real Chicks Rock Presents Real Discussions. I am your host, Michelle Dawesbert, and I'm super excited. I got my brother over here today. But let me just welcome all the people, welcome all the new people that are joining us. Let me give you a little bit about what Real Chicks Rock is all about. It's all about creatively collaborating to connect, to raise awareness regarding issues that impact women, and we do it by ways of community service, public speaking, mentoring, and this wonderful podcast. I was telling my brother over here to the left that I've been doing this thing since 2016. He said, that's what he said. That's what he said. Today, my topic, first of all, let me talk about the weather. Is it not crazy, the weather? Because it's really super warm right now.
So nice.
It is so nice. But the other day it was a little cold, a little rain. So we don't know. The weather here in Atlanta is bipolar. And this is November. We're like a week away, right? A week or two away from Thanksgiving.
Yep. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. The year is gone, but the weather is great. So we're here. We're smiling. We're glad to be here. And it's going to be a good conversation. Look, he cannot wait to get started with me. Listen, my topic today is making yourself the priority. Okay, he's rolling his eyes because he knows he's about that life. My guest today is Courtney Redmond III. Hey, Courtney.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
We are good. How are you?
All right. You look great.
You're great?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Doing real good.
You're doing real good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you could carve out some time to hang out with me. Because Sundays, for some people, it's a rest day for most of us. But you are busy on Sundays.
I try.
And
I love working on Sundays.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to like working on Sundays, but I do.
Yeah. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it. My guest, Courtney, is a seasoned massage therapist with over 30 years. You don't look that old to have that much experience.
I know, they tell me that too.
You see what I'm saying? Specializing in deep tissue massage for chronic pain and injuries. Born and raised in Los Angeles, he graduated from Nova Institute in 1995 and moved to Atlanta in 1998. Don't steal my thunder. Those are some of my questions that we're going to ask. So I'm going to stop with the bio right now. California. Beautiful place.
Beautiful place. L.A. City of Los Angeles.
Yes. Loved it. Born and raised.
Yeah.
So how did you how did you leave that beautiful place? Because you do love L.A. I
do love L.A., yeah.
Yeah. How did you get to Atlanta, Courtney?
Well, back when I was in L.A., I was living at my parents at the time.
Okay.
But it was that time when, you gotta make that transition out on your own.
Okay.
And
Okay.
And so forth.
Okay.
So when I didn't know if I wanted to be an entertainment lawyer or if I just wanted to I didn't know what my calling was.
Really? Why entertainment law?
Oh, because I was into entertainment. I was into singing and so forth and all that. So I wanted to know about the business.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure that I didn't want to be taken advantage of.
Okay.
Know about your contract.
Okay.
Know about, what to ask for, what not to ask for, and so forth. So that's the route that I was going with it.
Wait a minute. Let's pause right here. Shame on me. I'm a little rusty. Forgive me. You were in the entertainment business. What were you doing? You were a musician of some sort, Court?
I was a singer.
Okay.
I am a singer. Let me just say that.
Come on and put it out there. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Yeah.
Sang in the choirs. I was attended community college, El Camino College back in LA and so forth.
Yes.
I was in the choir there. We had madrigal singers and so forth.
Wow.
So I was going to churches and stuff and singing, performing there and everything. But
were you singing from a little boy, Courtney, or just really in the high school years? When did the bug of singing grab a hold of you?
I think it was junior high.
Junior high. Okay.
And on up to high school and so forth.
Okay.
So yeah, constantly every year I was in the choir all the time.
You were singing all the time?
I was singing all the time.
Carrying on. Now, can you say who some of the famous people you went to high school with? I'm going to turn this way. So maybe the eye contact might be too much. Can you name names in regards, or you want to just kind of keep that to yourself? What's happening?
I can go ahead and name names.
Drop some names that you went to high school with.
I went to junior high. I didn't know him personally, but I know I went to junior high with Michael Jamal Warner. And high school, well, the son of O.J. Simpson, Jason Simpson. That was junior high though.
Wow. Okay.
I went to who was it? One of his sons, Peter. I can't think of it. Tom. Can't think of his son, but it'll come back to me later.
Not Tom Hanks. No.
Not Tom Hanks. The one with the mustache. That's the thick mustache. You see him on Hawaii Five-0 or
Peter Sellers. No. I mean Tom Sellers.
Tom Sellers.
Tom Sellers.
His son, Peter.
Peter.
Went to school with him
Wow.
and everything. And there's a couple more I can't think of right now.
And that was junior high.
That was junior high.
So then the high school years, what happened in there?
High school, there's a couple that I have a couple of my good friends. Jeremy Ruzumna. He was a keyboardist for Fits and the Tantrums and so forth. So yeah, that was just a few.
And somebody by the name of Campbell might have been one or two of those.
Yeah. Well, Erica Campbell was one that I was in the choir with at El Camino College.
Okay. So it was the college years.
So yes, definitely. So
still friends today.
Yeah,
I just
friends.
want to throw that out.
I just
there.
saw her recently.
Yeah, she's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
She called him up, and they got to.
Hanging out.
They got to hanging out. Good. That's good for you.
Yeah.
So you caught the bug. You're in LA. It's a beautiful city. Things are happening. From junior high school, you have been around celebrity people or people in the entertainment space, or had parents that were entertainers, etc. Same thing going to high school. Now we're singing. We're in choirs. We're going to churches. We're really doing the thing. And then we take it to college. We're still singing in college.
Still singing in college.
Okay,
yeah.
And so that's why you had the desire to be like, well, do I want to do entertainment law? Do I really want to continue to pursue this as an artist?
You're correct.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then, but we were like, we're still at home. And so we're like, we got to make this decision. Because the parents be like, when you in my house, you do. The parents be like, when you live in my house, these are my rules, and blah, 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 blah. And we feel like at a certain point, once you're over to 18, we feel like we can do what we want to do. We're mature enough. So why Atlanta, though, Courtney? How did we get from LA to Atlanta?
There was a friend that lived in LA at the time. He asked me to be in the singing group.
Okay.
So the singing group was out here in Atlanta.
Okay.
So that means I would have to move out here to Atlanta if I wanted to join the group and so forth.
All right.
But I wanted to make sure that I had work, making that transition. You don't want to go somewhere you don't have anything.
Well, tell it, because some people come with just a few dollars in their pocket. They do it all the time.
So came out here, tried out for the group and so forth. Kind of made the group. It was called For You to Love at the time. And when it got here, it lasted for about 2 or 3 months. And you know how when a group gets together, if you don't know each other for a while, personality conflicts.
It's a clash.
So forth, it's a clash. So that kind of just fell apart and so forth. But at the time, I was still doing massage. So I ended up staying as a massage therapist and so forth. Okay. And I was going to give myself a year here and head on right back to California.
That's it?
That was it. But
and what happened, Courtney?
I ended up staying because the opportunities just kept popping up for me.
Okay, so why massage therapy? Let's talk about that. How did you get into that? What made you feel that that was something that you would want to pursue?
Massage was something that I didn't know at the time that I had a true gift for. So the teacher that was taking me up under her wing realized that I had a gift for doing massage and so forth, and just learning stuff real quickly, technique wise, the language, the just to know how to handle the body, not being afraid of the body and so forth. So I ended up doing that. I also started I kind of fell into it by I used to massage friends on the side, just touch them here, touch them there, and so forth, and then
and he's still touching. Every time he sees you, he hugs you, he's cracking a back. Yeah, he's squeezing.
The body is
he's
a wonderful
squeezing
thing.
and touching. All right, go on.
The body is a wonderful
It
thing.
is, according to you. Go on now.
So when friends would tell me, you need to be doing this as a profession and so forth.
Right.
So I never took it seriously until I got into school. And when I got into school, because I thought I was going to be doing this for maybe a couple, 2 or 3 years to get me through what I need to get through. And then, going to whatever the next calling was.
Right,
and so forth.
right.
But I ended up staying in this profession. And I've been loving it.
What was it about it? Do you remember your first professional person or client that you had? How was that feeling?
It was a feeling of that person. It was a reward. It felt like I was giving that person something to be able to, what I want to say, be more productive in life and so forth. After I worked on them, the results that they were getting, they'd be able to stretch. They would walk better. They can think better. It changes your state of thinking. People have told me that I've helped them avoid surgery sometimes and so forth. Wow. And that in itself says a lot about the work that I was doing and so forth. So, and it took a while for me to accept that responsibility that I would help somebody that much in their life and so forth. Well, I just, the more I started accepting it, the more I started loving it more.
But initially it was probably like, no big deal, right? Anybody can do it. Right, I'm not doing no big deal. Right. Come on.
I'm not thinking on that.
Stop gaslighting me. This ain't. Come on.
This ain't. So, but it just became a real thing when it was like, what I want to say, it's like an itch that I need to scratch.
Okay.
Because it kept bugging me. It kept bothering me. It kept pushing me. It kept pushing you.
Really?
It kept pushing you. And, when spirits talk to you, you just got to follow through sometimes. Yeah. So that took
So you just kept doing. So you worked under a company or a franchise when you first started?
Yeah, I started out at, it was called Massage Masters at the time. I don't think they're around anymore.
Yeah.
In Hollywood, back in California. I didn't even have to find another part-time job or anything to help me transition until my clientele built up.
Okay.
I went right into as a courier because I was putting myself through as a courier, and I transitioned right immediately into massage therapy and so forth. So that's how, I think lucky or grateful that I am that I chose this profession and so forth. But different spas. I've worked at Spa Sedale. I worked at Key Lime Pie. I worked at Blue Med Spa and so forth. And then, I would do home visits, do mobile visits and so forth. And now I have my office and so I have people come to me.
So we're going to talk about that. So you was working for different retailers or people that had franchises in the massage therapy profession. You build up, people are trusting you. I know how it's going. They want Courtney. We want Courtney. That's what they want. Courtney. Can I have Courtney? Is Courtney available today? So people are requesting you. When did you realize, you know what? I don't really need to do this for a company. I think I'm ready to do this on my own. When did that revelation hit you?
That hit me when everything tanked back in 2008. Was it 2008, 2007?
Was that the Clinton years? Who was the president?
Obama. And so when that was happening, they were cheapening at the time. I felt like our industry with these half-off depots, Living Social, these get Groupons.
The Groupon eras,
when people, so what that was doing, that was, in my opinion, was kind of cheapening our industry.
Ooh.
So it was cutting into our pay.
Okay,
forth. And I knew the type of work that I was producing, it was worth more than what they were getting paid.
You're more than a Groupon, Court?
We're more than a Groupon. Yes.
Absolutely. Groupons be $25, $50 for two people or something like that.
It.
To get them in the door. Yeah,
I get it. And
get them in the door.
But after a while, that keeps going, as a cycle that is just not. I'm not be able to pay my bills with that.
Yeah. Okay.
I had to come real with this. So that's when I knew.
And working hard. Because your quality didn't diminish.
Nope.
You didn't give them Groupon type work. You gave them professional services, and it was still so, and nothing to come home
consistently.
Yeah, it wasn't enough money. Okay, so
Right.
you said, let me step out.
Let me step out on faith and see what happens. You know, because there's a lot of people who out there who even thought I would have stepped out long before that I stepped out.
Yes.
And as an independent.
Did clients come with you?
Yes.
Okay, they're not supposed to interact. Is that what you smiling? You was rubbing? You was rubbing on them, deep tissue massage. You was getting them like, and you said, "Oh, by the way," you hit it with the "by the way." This is my last week, and they said, "Oh."
Yes, some eventually found me.
Yes, I know that's right.
So
man,
you know, once you like something, you know, you're gonna find a way. When there's a will, there's a way for you to find what you like and what you want.
Yeah.
You know,
the thing about you, Courtney, is it is very special because you're not just a massage therapist. It's almost like you're a transformational kind of person. We're going to get into that because you have certificates and licenses and things to represent the direction in which you're going. But when I met you, and I'm sure other people felt the same way, it is a release to get on your table. All jokes aside, right? Really serious here, because your mantra has always been take care of yourself. Don't let life throw you to and from. You make sure you get a hold of yourself and take care of yourself first. And so that's a lot of bodies that you've touched. Most of them have been recurring clients, which have been great, right? And your clientele is not ordinary or average people. You're touching athletes, doctors, some people in the entertainment business that did not know that you were a musician or artist. It's kind of like a word of mouth thing because this digital platform is just now you're starting to have a presence in the digital space, but it's been man, this guy worked on me and I feel so much better. You've got to see him. So it's been a reference. But you feel what we carry. It's not even just okay, let me just get this money. I'm going to rub on these people for a little bit, have the aromatherapy going in the room. Absolutely. And the smooth, cool jazz happening. No, you are putting in blood, sweat, and tears for every person that comes into you. Is that's a safe assumption? Absolutely. And we, I could say we come with different variations of pain. Can we talk about it? Is it from lower back pain to toes, feet? Like what is it that's going on?
Yeah, it's mostly neck and shoulders, lower back.
Yes.
It's from arms. You got numbness in the arms
and
so forth.
Right.
We carry stress. We're carrying the weight of the world.
Right.
We're carrying everything that's going on in our lives. Family, responsibilities, you know, just being, you know, carries a lot of stress and so forth. And people who are just mostly are very active, you know, carry stress that way too. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I deal with a lot of people with lower back issues, which is my favorite thing to work with. People who have sciatic problems, migraines, headaches, and so forth, and all that. I mean, all sorts of issues. You know, is it something that you want to figure out without? Well, the doctors couldn't help you.
That part.
If the doctors couldn't help you.
That part.
And you want to go the holistic route?
Yes.
Just bring it over here.
Bring it. You're going to figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I will figure it out for you. If not, we'll come up with a resolution somehow.
What I appreciate about you so much, Courtney, as a client and as a friend, but we're talking from a client space, is that it amazes you how the human body holds this pain. And how we carry it for years. Some of us have been in pain for years before we come and see you, right? And it's almost like getting up the nerve to see you, right? Absolutely. Working through the embarrassment, right? Because we feel like we're supposed to be in this perfect physique for as long as we're here on God's earth, right? But reality happens, life happens. People have accidents, they slip and fall, they're in a car accident. stress is a thing all by itself. It just eats at our nerves and our body. And so when we lay on your table, you are amazed at the fact you say to me, I'm gonna be transparent. You say to me, and you're able to walk? How are you able to walk? Because I had problems with my hips. And you're like, hi, and you feel what we feel when we're on that table.
Yeah, your body carries emotions.
Oh boy.
Yeah, our muscles, we carry emotions way from the past. It could be recently.
My gosh.
And the trauma our body goes through sometimes from a car accident or just trauma in life of losing someone and so forth.
Yes.
All of that stuff can come up during a session too as well and so
Yes.
forth. So I try to make it to where it's a safe place for people to just release that emotion without judgment. And stuff. So massage is a powerful thing when it comes to healing.
It is.
The body, and so forth. And it just gives the body a good release of any anxiety or emotions that you do have or may have, and you don't want nobody else to see it, where you don't have to be expressing it in front of people. Just come and just let it be without no judgment.
The thing is too, Courtney, this is touch. You are in a person's personal space. How do you make them feel comfortable? And let me say this, you have clients that are men and women.
Correct.
Am I correct in saying that? And it is not even though you are a handsome African-American male, your clientele is white and black. It doesn't matter. Sexual preference doesn't matter. We don't care. They're coming in there for you to put your hands on them in the way that you do. Do you find that initially people are nervous, or are there any concerns? Because some men don't want a man to touch them because they want a woman, and then sometimes a woman wants a woman. I don't know. So do you feel what's happening when the people come see you?
When people come see me, I tell them, I said, if there's any questions concerns that you may have,
right.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Right.
Don't be afraid of judgment. Just come, and even if you think the question is stupid, just ask me.
Right.
And so forth. And I just try to make it as comfortable as much as possible. I'll even come up with some questions for them they want to ask.
Right.
And that'll get them going.
Right.
And so forth. But yeah, going back to, men not wanting to have another guy rub on them and touch them and all that. There's therapists out there for that.
Understood.
But that's not what I'm about. That's not the work that I do and so forth. So I try to educate at the same time to let them know that's not where we're at. We're here to help heal something, to get to a problem, an issue muscle-wise that you may have, and so forth. But this is not about a sexual contact, I know it's about a certain way how you touch a body to let them know your intentions of what you're there for, and so forth. And I'm here to help heal you from your pain and so forth.
Exactly.
And that's
that's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. Just make them feel comfortable, because they're going to be uneasy because they've let either the internet educate them, or they, he did this and he heard this, I heard this.
Right. And here you come. You're going to set the tone the right way. I want to talk about, Courtney, the difference between just a regular massage and this deep tissue massage that you are so good and passionate about. What are the differences?
The difference is like Swedish massage is working on the circulatory system, which is on the surface of the body. So you're not really trying to work out any trigger knots, any points, anything that's knotted up in your body. You're just really working on circulation. And that's good for the lymphatic system too. Which our lymphatic system is what holds toxins in our body, and so that's like our own filtration system that we have and so forth. Now, the type of work that I do is deep tissue, and I do a combination of, some of this lingo may go over some people's heads, but like I could do a combination, some Swedish, deep tissue, sports, acupressure, not acupuncture, but acupressure points, and also sports. So I do a combination of 2 or 3 of those techniques all rolled up and so forth. And so what I'm getting to, I break down what we have adhesions in our body. They're like glue. We have connective tissue in our body. So that connective tissue sometimes bunches up and protects our muscle fibers from working anymore. Because anytime that our body holds on to stress, it protects it. It stops working. So that's why you feel like sometimes this is locked up, this is stiff, I can't move, because you're trying to make something work that doesn't want to work.
Oh, wow.
So what I try to do is go in there, release the muscle fibers, the connective tissue, to release the muscle fibers so the body can work like it wants to work.
Okay.
Because the body wants to work.
It wants to work.
It wants
when
to work.
you feel these knots or these tissues that are just tight, and you start working on them, do you feel the release in the person's body right away, or it'll be a couple of sessions before you get there? How does that work?
Sometimes it depends on the individual if they want to release and let go. So what I have to do, sometimes it happens on the first session, sometimes it happens on the second session. But I have to let the body tell me, not me tell the body what to do. And so forth.
Okay.
So, but you can feel it just melting. It'll just melt. It'll open up for you. The body will let you in, you know, and so will let me in as far as the therapist, to get to the core of the problem. And so I have to let the body talk to me. That's all. And it'll guide me, totally guide me. And so, you know, and that's when people get amazed. Even if they don't tell me where the problem is, your body's going to tell me, like I say, your business.
Yeah.
So
I know.
where to go.
I be telling it to shut up. Be quiet. You talk too much. It's just telling Courtney, help me, Courtney. Over here, Courtney. It's just annoying my body. It's just a mind of its own. Courtney, help us understand, because again, it isn't just a deep tissue massage experience with you. It feels transformational. Help us to understand how to do better with making ourselves a priority. What would you say to that, Courtney?
Accepting what's going on with you at that time. Meaning that just know you can't be productive in life without your body.
Okay.
You can't do anything without your body.
Okay.
You can't walk. You can't sit down. You can't be there for your kids or your family or, you know, your job and so forth and all that if you don't make yourself number one.
Right.
It may be selfish, it may be selfless, but it's making you be a better person in life to yourself and to that individual next to you or whoever you have to be there for and so forth. So once you realize that you can't keep pushing yourself, and if you keep ignoring yourself, you know, you're asking your body to keep working for me, but you're not giving me anything back, you know. And I make fun of my clients sometimes when they're so locked up and their body's so locked up, and I said, you making your body work without no pay.
Wow.
Your muscles are telling me, you know, dang, Courtney, I'm glad you're here. Because I've been trying to get them to do this for I don't know how long.
Can't get a raise.
Yeah,
can't get payment. Working hard.
We've been trying. She's been ignoring us.
She's been ignoring us. It's a hard thing. When you say selfish or selfless, I think about what they tell you on the airplane. Right? All the time. And it took me a minute to wrap my head around it, because as a mom, I was like, no, what about my son? They said when the oxygen mask dropped down, you're supposed to put it on yourself first. Get yourself together first, and then you can help those around you. You trying to help other people with no oxygen or no means of support, you're going to tap out. Really, realistically. And so and do you find, Courtney, that it's harder for us melanated people than it is for others to prioritize ourselves? Or not really?
Yes and no, because they're about getting that bill paid.
Yeah.
Or they're worried about getting that next promotion. They're worried about getting that something else.
Yes.
Besides
taking care of the body.
Make sure they get on that next level of being peaceful in their body.
Wow.
And not being afraid to trust their body without pain. Because some people look for that pain in their body consistently every single day because they think that's going to be a part of their life for the rest of their lives. So to get to a place where you're comfortable in your body is hard for some people because they feel like they need to be struggling, or this is what my grandfather went through, this is what my father went through. It's, they think it's a cycle that they're supposed to be going through.
It's a generational stuff that we have to change. Are there any athletic things that we could do that would support the pain or support what you do as a deep tissue massage therapist? Meaning, is Pilates the way? Is that a good partner with what you provide? Is yoga? Is it walking? What do you say?
Definitely, it's stretching. First of all, let me say stretching.
Okay.
So stretching helps elongate the muscles in the body and so forth.
I don't stretch enough.
So it keeps space for our muscles to be able to move.
Yes.
To take pressure off of our spine, and so forth, especially on your back. Spine is your back. So yoga is a good way of doing that. Yes. I do hot yoga at least once a week. If not, I'm addicted to hot yoga. I love it. And it's been able to support me all these years. That, Pilates, working out, will help, keep your body flexible, keeping oxygen in your body, circulation going and so forth. And
what about water?
Oh, definitely hydrate. Hydrate. Yeah, keep your body hydrated. It helps with keeping your joints lubricated, keeping you moved, just keeping you
where you're supposed to be, where you need to be.
Skin looking real good.
I know you over here shining. Courtney got good skin because he drinks the best water. Yeah.
My water. I'm drinking when I'm working.
Yeah.
I got my water sitting right there.
Yeah, you need it. Your sessions are 60 minutes to 90. You have got on the table with people. Let's talk about it. Like knees on them. Like you get in there.
That. Yeah, when necessary. I've gotten on there because back is my favorite area to work on.
Why the back, Courtney?
Because the back carries the most stress. That's where people have most of their pain. Is their back. You got the lower back going on. People, that's where their sciatic issues going on. I like to work on. There's two major muscles that I like to work on the back. It's what they call QL and psoas. QL stands for quadratus lumborum. So it's known as a hip hiker in the hips and the back. It's connected to your lower back, to the top of your hips and so forth. So those two major muscles in the back are where people mostly have chronic pains coming from, because it compresses the spine, which is put pressure on the disc, and then you have the disc pressing on the nerve, and so that's what creates the pain and so forth. So when you're dealing with sciatic nerve or sciatic pain or something like that, most likely the QL or the psoas is affecting that. So yeah, that's what I love about the back. The back is a very it can be mysterious to try to untangle, to get it to relax and get the, to find where the source of the pain is coming from and so forth. So it's constantly a challenge for me, and so forth. I just, it's like my love language, I guess you could say, when you're talking muscle names or muscles, what they do and what they don't do and so forth and all that. It's just, the body is just amazing, an amazing machine to me.
Your second favorite, would that be legs, shoulders, or neck?
It would be neck and shoulders.
Yeah.
Neck
I
and
knew
shoulders.
that.
Yeah,
I knew
because
that. I knew that.
Neck and shoulders, because people carry a lot of their migraines and
the stress of this,
and so forth,
on the computer,
and they can't figure out where it's coming. They think it's always from work, but most of the time it's from the way that they're sleeping.
Talk about it, Courtney. How is it with the sleeping? What's going on?
A lot of us, we sleep on our side.
Yeah, like the fetus position, or just
in the fetus position,
or just
with your head, tilted, or you may not have a pillow. Some people have a flat pillow. Some people have 2 or 3 pillows that's pushing their head all the way up to the side, and they're wondering, what's going on? Why is my neck hurt? And so forth. Sometimes we sleep with our arms like this.
I stopped doing that. I
so
stopped.
Forth.
I don't do that anymore.
That puts stress on you. So the recommendation I give to people, if I know that they're side sleepers like that, or they like to sleep with their arms straight up over their back and so forth, that puts stress on your shoulders.
Really?
And so forth. And that puts all of this, it pulls on your pectoral attachment muscles and all your shoulders, your deltoids and all of that. But a lot of people don't think sleep is going to affect them that way because what? I'm sleeping.
I'm resting.
Mm-hmm. What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. You know, and so forth. It's like, yeah, because your body's in that one position for so long.
For hours.
It's stressing out those muscles.
Is it? Wow.
It is.
Wow.
So, you know, the positioning, the best way to sleep is sleep face up. But not everybody's going to be able to sleep like that throughout the whole night and so forth.
No.
So most of the time we're sleeping on our sides or on our stomachs, which is the worst. Because when you're a stomach sleeper, your head is turned. You got to breathe, right?
Yeah.
So your head's going to be turned to the right or to the left.
Yes.
And what that does is put all that stress on your neck. And then you wake up eventually not knowing why my neck is all achy and feeling I got a headache or I can't turn or, you know, I feel like my neck is spasming and so forth. So, yeah, sleeping plays a huge role.
It's a huge part. So should we just get the boots and hang from the upside down like a bat and just sleep that way?
Sleep that way.
You hanging upside down?
Straight up like
that. I can't do it.
Sleep like you're in a coffin.
Yes. No, can't do it. I don't do that anymore because I hear your little voice. Tell me, Michelle, don't do that. So I don't do that anymore. But it is a balancing act at night. Once you're educated, you can't go back to bad habits. You try not to. You try to at least do the pillows the right way. Maybe you move your neck around. Maybe you turn around, turn your body over. You know, you try to do something. But I guess the win is maybe just the stretching. In the morning,
and
right?
Also, you know, I've also recommended side sleeping pillows to some of my clients.
Okay.
And that seemed to help.
Okay.
Some to kind of just modify what they're doing.
Right.
Because if trying to get them to stress to lay a certain way, it stresses people out sometimes because they feel like they're fighting themselves all night long to do it correctly or to do it. Well, Courtney didn't say to do it like this. I just don't want that.
You don't want that?
I don't want that. I just want people to be aware.
You got to own that, Courtney. Yeah, here we don't know what to do
with
ourselves.
I just want people to be aware of what's going on.
You got to own it, Courtney.
So yeah,
I want to ask you because you sound like a bottle of brilliance over there because you're talking about the joints and the QL and this and that. Becoming a doctor is not something you want to do, or it's on the radar?
It has been on the radar.
I asked the right question.
I've been told that, you know, you need to have an MD behind your name.
You should that PhD, boy.
You know, you need to have this because you are so passionate about what you do, and the way you educate, the way you just know the body so well, and you help people, and you don't mind helping people, you know, and so forth. So this is one of your callings, and you know. We'll see. Let me say that.
That's all we can do is we'll see.
Yes.
But you are a coach. Talk about the coaching part or profession in your life and say the name, say the title. I'm listening. We're listening. Go on.
Transformational healing coach.
That's it.
Is the title. Yeah. Almost like a life coach.
Yes.
You know, and so forth.
And what led you to do that?
I was in a place where you know, when COVID hit, it makes you think outside the box because we as people in the healthcare industry, we couldn't touch bodies or anything when COVID was going on. So everything, you know, transitioned to online. So everything was being taught online, and I kept wondering, what is it that I can do outside of massage therapy? And one of those things are, you know, I've seen to encourage or help people in the past with some coaching in their careers and so forth. So it just made sense for me to try to go ahead and transition somehow when, I don't know yet, into doing some life coaching or transformational healing coach, I should say, you know. So it's very, it's in my calling. I haven't realized what niche I want to go in that field in with yet.
Okay.
And so forth.
Okay.
So it's something that's on my radar, and I'll be definitely working more into that next year.
Okay. You heard it here first. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. And next year is right around the corner, so you don't have a lot of time.
I don't have a lot of time.
No. About 45 days or so.
I can't procrastinate.
No, can't do that. Procrastination is not on the table. It's not an option. I'm going to ask you, because you look great. You don't look like you've done anything for 30 years, but you've done it for 30 years.
Yeah.
And you've seen the shift in the culture, just with human beings. We care. We're starting to care more. Even though there's more stress and things like that, I feel that we're activating health and wellness more on an individual level. Would you say that's what you're experiencing too?
Definitely. I think I'm going to say the climate that we're in.
Yes.
Is creating more people to be more aware of what they're putting themselves through, because people want to live longer now.
I think 100 is the new age where you might transition at that point.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it just seems that people feel like they see the more that they care about themselves, the more they take care of themselves, the more they enjoy life.
Wow.
The more that they, can be there for their kids or for their family.
Wow.
They're realizing the importance of it. You feel good. You don't have to be mad or angry all the time and so forth.
Right.
You've got an outlet to go to or to do. So it's just accepting what you want out of life.
Okay. And things are different, right? For our parents, or even when we were younger, there was a trust in the foods that we ate, right? And things are so different now that we know it's pesticide, it's this, it's that, it's things to, there's greed, so there's things put in to help chickens lay more eggs or be bigger, and this. So it's so much, it's steroids, it's just a whole bunch of different things that are going into our food that we are conscious now. It's impacting our bodies, right? The food that we eat. So we are in a different space of just being cognizant of what we put in our body and how we treat our body. That's the other part. It's not only just what you eat, but how you treat your body to create that balance, right? So you're seeing that going on. People just, the prioritization, Courtney, is still a thing because we're on the move. There's just so much stuff that we got to do. And we always say, it's not enough hours in the day to do all the things that we do. You know what I mean? We're just still busy. And so it's just difficult to find the time. So what would you say, how could you help us try to find that time? Is it just a matter of, if you love yourself, you do it?
If you want to, I tell people to put it in their schedule. You got to make yourself a priority. You make your bills a priority. You make certain things that you want in life a priority. You want that ticket, to the concert. You'll make that a priority.
They saw Beyonce. Beyonce.
It's just what choice are you going to make as a priority?
Yes.
How important is it to you? Do you want to be broke down again like you were? With your back out, you can barely stand up, or do you want to come in with an attitude or with a headache that you can't get rid of
those migraines or something else?
You can manage that. Depending on whatever your situation is, I'm pretty sure you can put yourself in a place where you can start managing it, and so forth. It's just what you're willing to put into it to, make your health a priority.
And what keeps you balanced? You touch people because you're touching people. You're in a space. No, you're not a doctor yet, yet. But you are touching people. It is emotional in there. And the emotion can be exhilarating, like they're excited because they feel better, or it could be that they're sad that they feel better, but my God, they kept this pain for so long, and finally there's some relief, and so they're emotional with tears. So you got all of these things going on in there. How do you, at the end of the day, find Courtney? What balances you after having a day of dealing with people?
After having a day of dealing with a lot of people who carry emotions into
in their body,
into my space and so forth, I have to make sure that I'm not holding on to their energy.
Okay.
I have to make sure that I'm breathing through my my channels of chakras.
Okay.
Put that out there and so forth, that I'm just not holding on to their energy. I have to make sure I'm breathing through it. I'm not holding on to it for whatever they're going through and so forth. There's something that I've never really had to, cleanse myself of, consistently and so forth. It's just something I think that happens naturally when it comes to me working on people and their emotions and so forth. And I have to lay down. After I'm done, I have to take a few minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, something like that, and lay down on my table to kind of just release and let go.
Yeah.
And what I just witnessed, because there's some things I see on the table energy-wise that I don't speak of.
I understand.
So forth, but it's I don't know. It's just something that I've never really had an issue with. And I know I have other colleagues who have. Hold on to other people's energy, negative energy. Yeah. And just then they know what to do with it, and so forth. And some negative energy will take you right out.
Take you out.
Yeah. But that's why you can't get caught up in it.
Yeah. That's a tough thing. Practice. That's a tough thing.
Yeah.
Because we carry energy from friends. You know what I mean? Or family. And so you got different people who you don't have a relationship with. And so again, being in personal space is critical. And it is only for those that are called to do it, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Because you are so good at what you do, you ain't got to say it. I'm going to say it. You ain't got to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to pour a little tea. Not too much. You touch celebrities. That's all I'm going to say. You touch, your client base is not just the working doctors, athletes, regular folks like me, project managers and people that work in IT. No, you touch people, artists, musicians, celebrities, that type of stuff. They trust you, to help them get where they need to be physically. Because of the stress or the enjoyment, the work, the grind, the performing, whatever it is, they need to be in a safe space where people are not going to fanboy them out and get to it. And you get to it. And they're like, man, when I'm back in town, I'm going to need you to do this again. Where have you been? And they've passed your name on to other people, and there you go. So now you have an underground network of people that trust you because, again, you're good at what you do. And it's not about the money. It's about the wellness. And helping them understand, listen, this is what I discovered when I was moving this muscle, this joint. You seem to be using this line. They'll go, yes. They confess once you realize you've identified. Because some people don't tell you nothing to see, can you discover it?
Right. They want to test me.
Yeah.
They want to test if I'm the real deal.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
You get that. I know
Go
you
ahead
do.
And test me.
Yeah.
I want you to test me.
Right. Because you're going to find it.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And that way, I'm not here to play.
Yeah.
I tell it like it is too.
Yes.
And I don't want to sugarcoat anything to anybody about what's going on with their body and so forth.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I can't figure out or diagnose or anything like that.
Right.
But I can just tell you what's
not
going
a doctor
on. I'm
yet. yet.
on the surface.
Yes.
And what your body's telling me for that moment.
And shouts out, kudos to you, Courtney, because COVID, it was a thing. And we were challenged to be 6 feet apart and wear masks. And you still were able to, no? How was it for you?
I was still able to work through that. That process and so forth. We still have to put on our mask and everything and so forth. Most of the time, I made sure that my clients were face down.
Yes.
That way,
yeah,
we're not exchanging any
right
air.
Yeah. But they needed you because even though the world has shut down, their pains were still with them. And the stress might have increased because of the COVID.
Absolutely.
And so they were like, if there's nothing else, I need Publix to be open and I need Courtney. I need groceries. And I need this massage because I don't know. And guess what? Since I'm not rushing to the office like I used to, I can. There's no reason why I can't see you. Right? So it was still kind of doing its thing. When we were allowed back into the office and so forth. So it was I was going to say touch and go, but it was challenging to work through that process because people were starting to get stressed at home. Because now you're around your kids a lot. And the husband and wife.
And everything,
The whole thing, the whole unit. Yeah. Some people came out was divorced. They didn't make it. Some said their kids to boarding school. They didn't make it. Yeah.
And I helped them through the process.
You helped them through the process. I know that's right. What would you tell up and coming massage therapists? What would you say to them as a point of advice or suggestion to be successful in this business?
One is love your craft.
Okay.
Love what you do.
Okay.
Don't do it for the money.
Okay.
Don't just get out there and well, he didn't pay me. I don't know. Do it because you're passionate about what you're doing and so forth.
Okay.
To last in this business is what you're eating, what you put in your body and so forth. So I had to learn to make sure I eat a lot more vegetables than I do with my proteins and my meats and so forth because it doesn't make me feel lethargic.
Okay.
So the more healthier you eat,
the better you
are, and the better you're able to burn that food off during your process when you're working on your body, especially with the deep work that I do with bodies, and so forth. Working out.
Yeah.
Do your stretching, get your yoga in, get your Pilates in, do whatever you got to do to put back into your body because sometimes we love to give.
Yeah.
Because we're givers.
Yeah, all the time.
Sometimes we forget about ourselves.
Oh, yeah, most times.
So we have to learn how to keep putting back into our, but what we're preaching, we have to do it.
You got to walk the walk too.
Got to walk
the walk too. What's on the horizon for you as Courtney Redmond III? What would you like to see yourself doing?
I see myself as a speaker. I see myself as a speaker, teaching, educating, going to different cities and so forth, showing the techniques that I've, developed myself and so forth. I would just like to just educate people about this industry, and so forth. And, I didn't come into that until the last maybe 2 or 3 years. Is that what I wanted to go ahead and possibly start venturing into and so forth. So that's where I see myself and getting back into the arts, entertainment. What'd
you say?
Maybe doing some side acting here, there. And
now
so
we
forth.
want to be an actor. How about that?
Yeah, I always wanted to do some commercials. I would love to do some type of jingle.
I know that's right. Luther did it.
I know that's right.
Cheryl Lynn did it. Come on, you can do it too.
So
yeah.
That's where I kind of see myself.
Man, I'm over here thinking maybe you could sing the intro for me over here. Do a little something. It's my brother. We talk about how we met. We met. Shouts out to the Tambour Party. That's how we met, right, Courtney?
Tambour.
We was on the dance floor.
Yes.
The 595 days.
595.
We aging ourselves. And he was like, you remind me of my sister.
Yeah. Sure did.
And you've brought me into the fold ever since. Right? It's been
Yeah, that's been what? 2012?
Yeah, it's been some years. It's been good years.
Yeah.
We've seen the world. We've traveled a bit.
We just clicked.
We
clicked right away.
We just clicked. Yes, I'm a huge supporter of your business. I need to get back on the table now that I got new hits. I want you to tell me what's happening now that the pain.
You've been more active now. Since
Now that pain is going, Courtney. Hey, tell me where my new pains are at. I need to get on the table and lay some things down. Got this son about to graduate. That might be 18 years worth of pain about to come on up out of me. I need to come on through. How can the people find you? Because I want to say this. You are very professional. You're not a napkin person. Don't call me or text me and doing all that kind of stuff. Like, you have a method, a process as which any business should have as to how people can schedule appointments. Tell the people, how can they find you and get a hold of that?
You can find me online.
Yes.
You can find me on my own website, sequoiatherapy.com. And that's SEQUOIAT as in Tom, HERAPY.com, where you can go ahead and book your sessions. First-time clients, there's 30-minute complimentary sessions for first-time clients and so forth. All the information is online that you need to know. Anything that's, again, questions that you don't see that I have at my on my FAQ website and so forth, you can just either text it to me, call me,
right.
Do whatever necessary for you to feel comfortable in coming in and getting your first session. Okay. I don't know if you're gonna have my info up, but you can reach me at 404-662-3157. You can text on that number as well and so forth. And
say the number again, nice and slow.
That's 404-662-3157.
Okay. And you're on social media too as what?
As Sequoia Deep Tissue Massage ATL.
On Instagram?
On Instagram, yes.
That's a long one. But other people
may
have sure they did. Say, I need a drink of water after saying that one. That's a long one. That's a long one. And you blog too. You send out little letters, newsletters, and things.
I just recently gotten to putting reels together.
Yeah.
Little stories and so forth. So that's something that I've been challenging myself with.
Growing up. We grow up.
Yeah.
30 years in the game.
Because, as artists, we just want to go ahead and perform and not worry about the whole what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, look at
them.
But
sometimes we have to.
We're so proud of you, Courtney. As a successful entrepreneur, that's a wonderful thing. And I just, wish you all continued success. We want people to not have pain, but we want people that are in some kind of pain to come see you. And that you continue to have repeatable business, right? And
absolutely.
What you do, because it is life-changing. It's generational changing, because then we will encourage our kids or people in our family. You don't have to live like that.
You want to live life.
Yeah.
And not let life
live you. Say it again, Courtney.
Live life and don't let life live you.
Very well. That's all we gonna say on that. Listen. That's my time. Thank you so much, Courtney, for being my guest today. I appreciate you so much. I love you too, as my brother and my friend. That's my time. Real Chicks Rock. You know me. I'm everywhere. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I think I'm going to get off that Twitter. I'm going to get off of that. I don't know if I'm going to stay on that thing. Listen, go to the website, realchicksrock.com. Subscribe so you can get our newsletters. Go to YouTube. Hit the bell so you can know every time we upload an episode so you don't miss them, because you got to see what's going on. But listen, I want to leave you with this. Those that know WBLS in New York, Frankie Crocker, the godfather of radio, he would say every night when he ended his show, he would say this: may you live to be 100 and I live to be 100 minus a day, so that I would never know that beautiful people like you had passed away. Until next time, be well, take care, and continue to rock on.